Thank you for joining me. My name is Humna and I'm an art healer. I believe that when you do art with the intention to go within your being and use your whole self to create and dive deep into your emotions, that is when you create and heal yourself. It is a great way to hold your being and become extremely present. So that's what I'm going to be sharing through these little videos that I plan to do with you all. I hope you enjoy them. If so, leave me a comment and let me know what you think about them. I truly believe that whatever it is that is meant to come our way comes to us in the moment whenever it's meant to. So, diving deep into the energy of the universe, I want to ask the universe to guide us with an intention. What is it that it wants us to focus in this moment, and how can we channel into the universe and take its guidance? So let's see what we get guided to focus our attention on, and that would be the inspiration for the mandala today that I will be teaching how to do. Forgive. Aha. That's a tough one. I've had a very, very deep connection with this word forgive, and it's taken me a long time to say to myself that I do forgive. So the word today is bad English writing, anyway. Forgive. I think for me, forgiveness is all about acceptance. Acceptance of what has happened. Acceptance of what will happen. So, in both scenarios, taking care of our past and taking care of our future, we've come to a place to understand that whatever it is that happened because it was meant to, and so we accept that. And whatever it is that will happen because that's what it's meant to, and so we accept to let go of our attachments to the future and to our past. So this is past and this is future. Now this is where the thinking comes, and this is where the place where your mind gets awakened. Generally, it's a nice idea at this point, if you're looking at the word forgive, what is forgive for you, and who is it that you need to forgive? Most times, we think about forgiveness as that what we need to do towards others. For me, was yes, others, but most importantly for myself. I needed to forgive myself for that what I have tolerated or accepted in the past, and allow myself to be okay with that acceptance of allowing, whatever it is, the people or situations to be in my life because I chose to hold on to them and be okay in those places. So I forgive myself. So it's very important at this point in time to have an affirmation or some kind of intention that you put through into the universe and say. So if the universe or divine or God, whatever it is that you resonate with, you are being given the word forgive, and this is what it wants you to focus on. Then what it's asking you is to come to a place in yourself and ask yourself, who is it that I want to forgive, and what is it that I need to forgive them for, and how is it that I can do it? So guide me, divine, Allah, creator, universe, Bhagwan, God, Jesus, whoever it is that you resonate with, that teach me how to move forward and do this. It's a very tough one. So that's the concept. And for myself, I'm going to write an affirmation is, I forgive myself for that what I tolerated, and I promise myself that from here onwards it is safe to be me. So that's my affirmation. Like I said, you can choose whatever it is that you want to. And today's date, as I'm doing this grid, will be the 12th of October 2023. Now, this is really fun because you can change the grid depending on what date you are going to be doing this meditation or mindful session. So you could go with the date, change the date and the month and the year, wherever it is that this video reaches you. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is number 11 that comes through. And 11 is again 2. So 2 is a number of your connection with your divine. So you and your divine together create the number 2. So that's really a powerful number to channel into. And what I'm sensing is that maybe it is forgiveness that you ask from the divine for the actions that you've committed towards yourself. And number 11 is the one what we will hold on and stick to. Having said that, we will start the session using simple tools. I always believe in keeping the tools limited just so that we can focus on the exercise rather than the tools to have this or not have that and all that sort of stuff. Actually, I just thought to myself, it might be really cool to, because it is forgiving. So we are meant to be a certain way. And so maybe we need to forgive ourselves and create a mandala where we learn how to forgive the little mistakes that we do. So, sorry, that was me thinking out loud, but let me just get started. So, as always, make a connection with the piece that you are working on, your canvas, your little sheet of paper. I'm using an A5 because these are little, tutorials. I don't want to like do a massive piece with you all, but give you a little bit of an idea of how things work when you are doing a mandala. Always center your being. Take a deep breath in. Come into the present moment. Allow yourself to be here with me as you see this. Now you can join in or you can just sit back and enjoy listening to whatever comes through. There could be a message in there for you if that's something that you are open to receiving. And looking at the sheet of paper, always put a dot down here. There we go. Using your ruler. You can place it horizontally or vertically, however way you feel like doing. Let's go with horizontal. I'm going to be using 5 centimeters as the dot and creating a line of 10 centimeters. Focusing on the word forgiveness. How can we learn to forgive ourselves? How can we learn to forgive others? Please guide us. Guide us towards that way you want us to do. Using your protractor, I'm going to create 10-degree marks. It's very important to slow yourself down through these little journeys that we take within ourselves. I call them little doorways or portals that one walks through. It's like a little piece of your heart and you're opening it and going and walking inside to see what it is that you've been holding. The act of forgiveness is also about asking the Creator for the forgiveness and knowing that when you can make mistakes and ask for forgiveness from the Creator, so those who did wrong to you are asking for your forgiveness, and so there is a connection there. If you want your Creator to forgive you, then it's so important to forgive others also. Now when I look at this is a cross, right? Now I need to learn how to forgive myself, so I'm going to create lines using no ruler, no protractor. Now that I have these little dot things, I'm going to see if I can be forgiving enough and focus on creating these lines, not holding on to perfection, and allowing myself to be gentle and say, I can make a mistake, I might make a mistake. It might not sit in the right place that it's meant to, but it's going to be okay. Keep your focus on the sheet of paper, enjoy the movement of your hand, and know that you can make mistakes, and you might and you will, and it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes because that's what you're here to do. Make mistakes and learn from them. Try to be gentle with yourself. Use the pencil lightly. Don't dig into the sheet of paper. Allow it to be soft. I always say this in my sessions also, that tools are a gift to you. So value what you are holding in your hand. Value what you are being able to express on. The sheet of paper is not something you take for granted. So many people don't have this sheet of paper that you might think, oh, it's just a little piece of paper. But it is a paper that you have been gifted to draw, express, and become present through. So don't take things lightly. These are important things. Our focus has become so external that we've forgotten what all it is that we already have. And that could also be a message for someone here, that you've looked for forgiveness outside of you. Maybe it was time for you to forgive your own self. And now you look at it and you say, oh, this is a little upside down. I don't really like the this happening. That's where you say, no, it's okay. I made a mistake. I own it. I can see it. But it's still okay. And I'm okay with it. Now also, then we have to draw our 11 circles, and not using any tool other than the compass. I'm feeling very, very inclined, and this could be my craziness, but I'm feeling very inclined to actually see if I can draw circles without the compass, in the same way to know that I will be making a mistake, but allowing myself to make that mistake. So I'm going to try and see if I can draw 11 circles. And for this, I have to move my hand. You see how I'm building, my eyes are constantly looking at this pencil, and my hand is just going to move like this. And so you build a connection with your hands and with your eyes. So you're not creating just with your hands, you're creating with your eyes connected to it. So that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10. And 11. I see where it's gone like a little lopsided. But like I said, the whole exercise is about forgiveness. So, yes, I made a mistake. Yes, it's not looking perfect. But then, do I hold it against me? Or do I say, well, I've made the mistake. Let me see how I can work with that. And having that acceptance that it's okay to make mistakes. I'm here to learn. I start my journey and be nurturing towards that who I am. Nurturing to me always comes with like softer shapes. And so I'm drawing these little bulbous round circles inside one of the rings, the inside of the mandala. You see, when you start painting a mandala, it is so important to focus your energy on the inside out rather than outside in. The journey of a mandala is all about coming outwards and then going inwards, and then coming outwards and then going inwards. So always be in that awareness that it is the inside that you are trying to bring outward, like that. And so you see there's a jumble of lines here, so I don't want to get into that because there's a lot of mess I've made in my life, in the beginning mistakes like when I was younger, because most of the time I probably didn't even know what the hell I was doing. And now that I do know, I'm going to make changes in my life and see how this I needed nurturing to feel safe. And once I felt safe is when I'm going to start accepting. And now I'm drawing this little petal kind of thing, saying that I've grown to a place to accept who I am, why I am the way I am, and it's okay. It's okay to have done what I did, but now I know better, and from today onwards, where I'm gonna go is different from what I have done. So you give yourself that much, and then you see how it's like a little bit wobbly? I'm kind of enjoying that, and imperfections making me excited because it's making me feel like even though I've made mistakes, even though I have faults, even though like I'm not perfect as the perfect word for the society, even though I'm not doing everything that the society wants me to do, I'm still safe. I'm still myself. And the only thing that matters is for me to be safe in myself. So I made a mistake here. If you guys, I don't know if you guys can see, and it went a little lower. And a part of me, which is like, fix it, Humna, is saying, no, no, I made a mistake, and I just have to learn to forgive myself and be okay in that. So it's up here. Funnily, it's like literally halfway through, a little bit more. Half would be here, a little bit more. So halfway through my life, I realized that I was going in a certain way, and then suddenly I realized that I need to do it a little differently. And so, will I erase this and fix that, or will I continue moving forward? That's a choice that we all have to make. What is it that I will do from now onwards? Now that I see this piece there, I'm thinking, okay, I've made a mistake. What am I going to do? I'm going to be gentle. I am going to be kind. And I am going to change the course of my reality and break free from what I have been told to what I want to feel in this moment, which is breaking free into a pattern which is not following the circle, not following a form, it's just being as it comes forward. You see, there is no mistakes if you don't allow the mistakes to overpower and keep going on. Now I want this line to be a break. I want this line to be a break because I've just had this realization that I can make mistakes and I have to forgive myself, or I'm learning to forgive myself. I need this space to isolate me from the world so that I can go within and heal that part of me which I personally did not forgive. So I'm going to take a break here and not let it be a place where others can come in, because I need to hear my voice and be with myself, because the journey is about forgiving me. And once I forgive myself, then I will automatically be in a space where I'll be okay to shine. I'll be okay to come out of my shell. And that's where I'll be able to give back to those who I couldn't earlier. But I have to go within me for me to find who I am and then be okay in going outside of me. But for going outside, I need to go within to heal that part of me that needs me. Once I've done that, I'm going to use my ink pen and start from the center, as always. And I'm feeling very inclined to give myself these little dots, the dots of hope, the dots that I will be okay, the dots that allow me to be forgiving for being so scattered, for not knowing. But the dots are going in circles, which makes me feel like, okay, that means that I didn't give up hope. I kept going, even though I felt empty and void inside of me. I kept going. I knew there was something wrong. I knew I didn't stop. I knew I abandoned myself so many times and I chose others, but yet again, I kept going. I kept going. I kept going because I knew the clarity would come to me when the time is right. For I knew there was a bigger or a higher power above me. That who created me, or that is where I come from, knows what I need. And so being with these people was only teaching me how to be myself. It was just a way to learn. I have nothing to hold myself for. It was a lesson. Become grateful for that what happened to you. Whatever it may be, positive or negative, it was something that brought you to you today. If it was a situation, a job, or a person, or an experience that you felt you could never come out of, if you thought you've committed the biggest sin in your life, or you thought guilty for anything, in this moment, your Creator is reminding you that you did the best that you could. So you need to forgive all that happened, all those who did you wrong, for it was meant to bring you to the place that you are today. And your Creator is holding you. See how it's holding you? The dark part is coming in. Even in your darkness, you were being held. You were being taken care of. You thought there was no one with you, but you were never alone. It is what your mind wants you to believe, that you were alone, but you were never alone. You can't be alone, for the whole universe is one with you. The moon, the stars, you might not have people with you, but you had plants with you, you had the dogs with you, you had the trees with you, you had the air with you, you had the ground with you. You were never alone. Because you thought you were alone, you took the steps that you needed to, which maybe led you to doing things or focusing on things that didn't deserve your attention. But now you know. Now you know, and you're going to be polite to yourself because that's what you're here for doing. You're here to teach others to be polite. You're here to be polite to yourself. Notice how your hand moves. Make it gentle, keep it light, be soft. Everything you do is a reflection of how you're feeling inside of you. When you do these sort of mindful exercises, it's important to just feel grounded in yourself. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter who you are. All you're doing is you're learning a way to go within yourself, to learn who you truly are, and be okay with you. I usually say this in my sessions all the time. It's not about what you're creating, it's about what is getting created within you. Notice how there's like a little thick portion here, and to me that's like, oops, a mistake. So I'm gonna make my mistake even stand out more and try and give it a more organic feel. Let your shoulders be down, relax them if tension is going up. Keep your eyes on the sheet of paper you're working on. Keep your connection with yourself. Notice what emotions come up. Don't try to question them. Just say, this is what I'm feeling, and be okay in those feelings. It is when we allow ourselves to feel fully is when we allow ourselves to live fully. You need to protect the person that you are within you. People will come and people will go. Situations will happen, situations will not happen. You might get a job, you might find a lover. Whoever and whatever it is will come and go. For whatever time they have with you is the time you have to cherish, to value. And be okay in that moment of thinking, they might have hurt you while they were with you, but in the process they also taught you what to stand up for. Sometimes you have to build these walls around you that help you keep those people out so that you can keep and feel safe. It's not because you like them or you don't like them. It's just so that you can feel safe in yourself. The way to feel safe in yourself is be okay being alone. When you are okay being alone, you gain a strength from a place which is so beyond your understanding. There's no logic to it, but it is that strength that comes from your core being, from your soul. It is what guides you. It is what holds you and helps you. That inner core being that you have within you is what you need to protect from everyone, sometimes from loved ones also. Some might call it selfish, but the whole way of life is to find that balance between selfishness and selflessness. If you are one or the either, you're living a lopsided life. You have to be selfish when it's your healing, and you have to be selfless when you know it's somebody else's healing. You have to be there for yourself when you are healing, when you're awakening, when you're accepting yourself, and when you need to forgive yourself. You have to be selfish. You have to see your deeds. You have to be honest with who you are. You have to be selfish to heal yourself. But when it comes to giving healing to others, pour out your love to them, for it is that what you know is their need in that moment. Send them love if you're not talking to them. Be gentle with them. Hear them out more than you give your suggestions. And if they drain you, if you feel like, oh my God, I've been there for this person and I feel drained, then know that you need to be selfish to heal your parts alongside. Sometimes we get the chance to heal ourselves in isolation from everyone, but then there are times when we can't do that and leave our loved ones on their own. So you recharge, you connect, you find ways to heal your being. You can feel free to follow exactly what you're seeing on the screen, or you can choose to change as you please. It's totally up to you. It's a choice. There is no right or wrong. Healing is really not about being right. Healing is not about being, good or bad. It's just healing. It is something that you need to do for yourself. So you have to remove all the judgment of what it's looking like, how it's looking like. As long as you can tune into how you're feeling in this present moment. If you're happy, brilliant. If you're sad, then ask yourself, why am I sad? Why is this bothering me? Why am I frustrated? How do I behave when I'm feeling frustrated? Notice how your hands move. Notice how your paper moves. Notice your feelings as you move the pencil. It's like these, in these little things, you'll get hints about what you're feeling, and then you're going to be like, okay, I'm feeling very frustrated and my pen is moving this way. I don't want to feel frustration, or rather want to question it and understand why I'm feeling it. So you control the movement of your hands, and that allows you to come to peace into why you're feeling it, and you don't question it. You rather say, okay, I'm feeling this, let me just go within to find out why am I feeling this. But it is that you have to make that commitment of asking, not like I'm feeling it, yeah, that's fine, I don't care about it. Not like that. You have to be gentle and compassionate. You have to say, I'm feeling this, I need to know why, so I'm going to go and find out. I'm going to sit with myself. I'm going to ask the questions I need to. I'm going to give myself the nurturing that I deserve. Oh, my screen, sorry. One of the wonderful things about Mandala is that you get into a rhythm. You see how I started from this point, and I could have done this side also, but because the whole rhythm gets built up with one hand movement, like that, and so that also has an effect on our mind. When we break things down, so then it becomes more clearer what is it that we need to do and focus on. Also, I just heard that somebody who is either doing the mandala or hearing the mandala later on, or when I post it, you need to know that you can't do everything. And so when you are unable to be everything for everyone, then you have to forgive yourself for it. Because the world doesn't rest on your shoulders. The world will keep moving regardless of what you do or don't do. I always like to end my mandalas with like a little edge of strength. For me, it's all about energy. And so, energy, when flowing and flowing and flowing, so this one's open, right? And this one's open, but there needs to be a grip. There needs to be, I am holding that who I am. I'm okay in being who I am. That's why my mandalas are generally on the end, are always held with something more solid than a pretty pattern. It's as a reminder to myself that I am held. I am okay. And of course, the detailing that you choose to do in these mandalas is totally up to you. How you choose to do them, where you choose to change. It's just me holding your hand as I guide you to create and ponder over the words that come through from the universe, creator, divine, for you to work through. As I say, it is the portal that takes you within you, and it's up to you how much you want to allow it to just be something that's pretty or something that is more healing. But that's a choice you will have to make. I am playing in the background music that I have got from YouTube, which is for heart healing. I will share the link below that you can also hear if you wanted to. Music is a great way to channel your energy and become very present. So, when you're allowing all your senses, like your hearing connected to the creation, your eyes connected to the creation, your hand movement, your everything is connected to you in this moment and awakened. So, like you are actually awakened from your smell, taste, seeing, everything. That is when you create with the creator, with the energy of the universe. And it's a beautiful way of connecting with intention. And people will laugh as I those of you who know me, when the word attention comes, I always have intention and attention. These are the two things. If you can focus in your life as to why you are doing what you are doing and how you can add more value to yourself and others through what it is that you are here doing, it is then only you are pleasing your creator. And the more you please your creator, the more you will be pleased with the creator. After saying that, I thought, no, you'll always be pleased, or he'll always be pleased with you. But I don't know if that's true or not. But for me, it's always, I feel like if I make my creator happy, then I will be happy too with my creator. And he will be happy with me. Of course, if you connect to that thought, do leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that. Also, let me know if you enjoyed this session and would you like me to continue. I would love to continue because I love sharing these with you all. And I believe there is so much power in art, in healing the wounds that are so deep within ourselves. And yeah, it's a nice feeling. Just gonna do one last bit. I hope this inspires you, grounds you. If it does, do leave me a comment. Because I love hearing from you. If you'd like to book in for a one-to-one session with me, you're most welcome to connect with me through my Instagram. It's HUMNA_being, and I can book you for a journey within your being as you create your own mandala inspired by your energy that will help you with your healing. It's like we always look for inspiration outside of us, but it's magical how the inspiration is all within us. Remember how I said you go outwards and then you go backwards, inside also? Just make sure when you do that, this part of the hand doesn't smudge, if you're working with ink, of course. Because I've had way too many accidents like that, and that's big mistake. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to sharing more such sessions with you. If, like I said, if you did enjoy it, send me a message, let me know, connect with me. I send you lots of love, light, and peace, everyone. Oh, and I did forget, I am burning a candle. You know how I said, like, there needs to be the senses have to all be awakened. So whenever I do art, I make sure there is a candle burning. And just to let you guys know, this one is red roses, and it's really nice, really nice. Anyway, so with that, I will send you lots of love and take good care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.